It's very unfortunate that we don't have the spectator mode as AOC, but yeah, well, for that we would have to be having user patch and the really advanced hacks into the game. And that's something that we never had, unfortunately, and that's why our community is what it is. You could have basically called all the players that Extended Edition basically turned away, those tens of thousands of people that the quality just basically was completely disappointing to them, and they never come back. So hopefully it'll be coming back a bit later, maybe sometimes with DE in a few years, who knows. But Extended Edition, that is the community killer in capital letters, unfortunately. Should have been the savior, was exactly the opposite. But anyway, let's see in the first game today. It's going to be Anatolia with Gaia, Kronos, Oranos, Poseidon, Kronos, and that was Loki, I think, the last one in there. I haven't exactly noticed, but it seems to me, yep, Brickhead. With Loki having the purple color. Laior is going to be the last one with Oranos in there. So Gaia, Kronos, Oranos. Interesting Atlantean trio. And against them Poseidon, Kronos, and Loki. Now it's going to be rather interesting how the three gods from the Atlanteans are going to be cooperating together. So all the way to the bottom, this is going to be Brickhead already heading forward with the first dog, and he is going to be having, of course, a bit of assistance from the Atlantean, but unfortunately, he's not going to be helping in too much. The Atlantean will have to be going all the way into the middle somewhere, or quite far away, which is not exactly all that ideal, and definitely should have let him go the shortest way for the more benefit of the whole team. Otherwise, it's of course going to be start with double gold mines for all the players, as we are on Anatolia, plenty of piggies, you can see 4 of them, all the way to the bottom in here. Even for the Loki, so not any kind of great hunt or whatever like that. As all the way to the top, yet again, 4 piggies. It's a really excellent start. It's going to be quite helpful. And quite obviously, Nino could be coming for the bottom side as well. But he probably didn't want to be risking all that many hit points lost on the villager. And, well, didn't exactly feel like it all that much. All the way to the top, this is right about now going to be Oak Tree. So far playing alone. He's going to be playing the Poseidon here. And I haven't exactly noticed too much. How's it looking with the ratings? So for example, Oak Tree is about 1750, quite solid. And all the rest we pretty much know. Noah Zhao is also about 1650, it seems like, to 1700. So it should be quite a competent game all around, I'm thinking. Because they are kind of spread around. Noah Zhao. Noah Zhao is watching with us though, he's not even playing. Okay, so scratch that. But of course, in the meantime, all the way to the top, there's going to be a bit of a protection for the villager. Though it might be getting slightly tricky if Domantas is going to be losing the water. This is certainly going to be in range of the potential boats from the enemy. And look at how it's going to be Poseidon against the Atlantean, against Kronos. Now, well, doesn't have to be all that bad for the green player. And it's going to be a relic for cheaper archers. Oh, nice improvement in there. Already seen the resources. So thank you very much, excluding heroism Atlantean archers. It's actually interesting information to be added in there. So thank you very much for the latest version of the tooltips that has been done just today. As all the way to the top, there's going to be the construction already cast, going to be of course on the rock to the bottom. And that is something that definitely Oak Tree could have played against, because he has seen the Oracle coming to the bottom through the Kataskopos, they say, about now scouting to the top. So a bit early, if you remember it, we were even watching that, how he was looking for that, and therefore this is gonna be maybe a bit of a problem. So far they are not exactly filled, so it doesn't have to be that bad, but obviously it's gonna be meaning about like 1 or 2 fishing boats being lost in time before right about now the dock is gonna be finished, and therefore that is exactly the delay in there. As right now they could be already coming in. How's it looking with food for green? A bit of a delay, nothing major it seems to me. Nothing really major all that much, but all the way to the bottom there's gonna be already of course the dog from Nino, who's gonna be continuing with potentially a bit of a wood here right next to the temple, or rather next to the dog, and he seems to be right about now in a kind of okay spot. He's not gonna be really making any kind of problem for Brickhead as far as the early fish is in that, but otherwise a bit later I'm kind of expecting there's gonna be purple dog about like here, and another teal one somewhere close by as well. So it's gonna be a 2v2 on the right flank and a 1v1 on the left. So here this is gonna be right about now Laior. He's already in the middle of the base pretty much, or the base in the middle of the water kind of. Now he's gonna be playing with IKARO. There's gonna be the Gaia here with a bit of a forest, and you can see they're gonna be quite nicely cooperating, both blue and yellow on the same forest. They're gonna be using the opportunity of getting the extra economy. As in the middle there's gonna be another relic for better wall and gate hit points, as in the middle temple is already in from the Oranos. But I'm gonna be interested if maybe the temple from the red is gonna be moved somewhere forward, where he already has that. He's gonna be advancing through Kronos already, but it seems like that he's gonna be playing it passively a bit more here, at least for the time being, whereas IKARO is so far not advancing yet. He's gonna be just about now clicking into Leto, or rather Oceanus, sorry, as they are on water, and that's gonna be about like 420, 520 advance, therefore. Not really entirely the fastest, but looking how he's in the pocket, doesn't have to be really anything all that bad. In the meantime, there's gonna be Heimdall for Loki to the bottom. Definitely interesting to see, as Nino is gonna be advancing also a bit later so far. A bit later, and 50% right now through Hermes on the left. As all the way here, the temple is already in, so Domantas will be trying to be aggressive, at least for the time being. And it's of course gonna be resulting into denying this dock altogether. But luckily for him, he already does have 2 docks, so it shouldn't be all that much of a problem, unless he is gonna be a whole lot better prepared. With a few more Prometheans, as they are already coming in. So he's looking with Oak Tree. He's gonna be advancing alright. Now he's looking with the resources for Hippolyta and Theseus. Seems like he's gonna be fine on that front as well, but he should be already clicking them in. Yep, there you go. That's gonna be Theseus for 150, and then Hippolyta should be right after. Because apparently this is not gonna be ending all that easily. It was quite a nice attempt. I'm thinking it was a bit of a path blocking. It wasn't anything else all that much. As well, Hippolyta's still not coming forward, so he apparently right about now wants to be going at least a bit more for a few more boats to help him defend that way. In the meantime, there's gonna be first one coming forward, and at this point, if he's gonna be careful enough above Theseus, then I'm thinking he's gonna be quite fine, as the boats are simply gonna be stronger, and the shooting of the docks against all those red boats should be good enough to basically repel him. All the way to the top, of course, the build-up has been quite aggressive from Brickhead and his teammate Nino, as they are going quite aggressively into the pocket player, into IKARO. So he's gonna be probably quite surprised. He's gonna be having counter barracks and military barracks in there. And on the water, that definitely means that as Brickhead is advancing here, he's not gonna be doing anything on the water at all. Whereas Nino is gonna be having at least a bit of a fight, maybe a bit of a pretend fight in here against laior, as all the way to the top, IKARO is also the one who is not exactly helping with the water fight either. I'm gonna be building another dock in there in the meantime, so 1v1 on the water, whereas on land, IKARO definitely has to be already quite careful. But unfortunately, the tower is gonna be already gone. Watchtower is actually surprisingly enough not being researched yet, as Neo is having some connection problems apparently. And we need to be, for example, checking into the rest of the temple, or other temples. Temple inhabitants, called relics. There's gonna be tower range and pierce attack, and I don't think it's actually Noah. Seems to me that it's Neo having problem with the connection in there. And all the way to the top, there's gonna be the one that we have already seen for the cheaper archers, which could be definitely helpful a bit later in the game. Iceberg Cursor. Iceberg Cursor. Nice name. What are the other names? Housebro, Bloodmonger, Mammoth Sailor, and Mutton Sequel. That's a nice name. And Seven Smasher. Yeah, it's gonna be Nino with the problem. Doesn't have to be Noah Zhao at all. Really does not. So we're gonna be right about now checking what's actually going on as far as the upgrades. So far nothing. So far nothing going on at all. As is, of course, this is not boding all that well for the blue player, because this assault from the Loki is probably gonna be a bit problematic for him to handle, as he cannot exactly rely on any kind of help from his teammates. And the towers are probably gonna be falling quite quickly as well. As right about now, the construction is already in, and it's gonna be cast by Nino on the military barracks. Definitely good idea. Much better than the counter barracks, because quite obviously, Murmilos, these are the Herster killers. At this point, he will have to be rebuilding something, or maybe just basically run away, because it doesn't seem all that optimistic that he should be able to defend this at all. You can see him gonna be using the village all the way to the top. He flew quite far away. Quite far away indeed, because he couldn't land on the town center exactly. But nonetheless, villages are dying, economy is completely getting shredded at this point, as even Undermine is gonna be cast right next to the TC, so it's gonna be half the hit points gone, and with a bit more units, and of course, yeah, well, as it works on Voobly Plan Special 3.0, he's gonna be also dealing damage to the counter barracks, as he's trying to desperately get at least a few KO ballistae. Thing is, he doesn't have the resources for them either. So, pretty much a big problem right about now, as IKARO is gonna be already designing. The top battle on the water seems to be fairly equal, but of course the ground is in the power of Domantas, at least for the time being. Whereas here on the right water, as laior is already off the game as well, it's gonna be looking rather tight. rather tight in there. But yeah, well, as Domantas was heading for a bit of a reading himself, this is gonna be ending in a really quick one. A really quick one indeed. Quite a nice attack by Brickhead though. Quite a nice attack indeed. Now apparently it was like a game for the players, can be. But I don't think that lag was having anything to do with how right about now Brickhead smoked IKARO in there and punished him for the later advance. It was very nicely done. Okay, let's have a look into the post game. Let's also resume the game so that the players can be starting a new one if they want to. Already. And it's gonna be Brickhead with quite a nice, neat score. All the ones. Well, he definitely was the number one in this game. And the one to decide it all with quite good economy. Unit skilled, actually Nino was having the most unit skilled. So that's gonna be for, I don't know even what. He wasn't fighting, on the water he was fighting a bit, but otherwise, very curious that, for example, Brickhead didn't kill more. Most of those are gonna be villages though. That's kinda nice. And he also didn't advance that quickly, 459, 519, but when you are not expecting the land attack, then you are gonna be in for a bit of a trouble. And 17 Heresiers definitely are that trouble. Nicely played by Domantas. Was a good push on the water in there. Fortunately, not good enough for making a difference in the game altogether. GG.